Alright, Terra Planet base explanation, take one. So, if I were to summarize, and your mileage may vary on this, but I would say my approach to riff writing is a little bit more focused on rhythm than on melody. And I think that's sort of what you're getting at with like the just chugging along thing. Like if you're just playing eighth notes like then that sort of feels less like a riff and more like just playing chords or whatever. So a lot of the riffs in Terra Planet are kind of just based on the pentatonic scale or on the minor scale, and they're not really doing anything super fancy melodically, but the thing that makes them a little bit more interesting to listen to is the way that the rhythm works and the types of like syncopation they would work. And I would say that's true for rhythm guitar and doubly true for bass. So I'll try to kind of go through the riffs and explain what they're doing, and I'll focus a little bit more on the rhythm parts and try to break it down. Okay, so the first riff, so that one, the guitar and the bass are doing the same exact thing. It's pretty basic. It's just this like minor third interval in F sharp. Maybe the one interesting thing that it does here is that first note, it's not coming in on the one, it's coming in right before, so it's on like the four and. So if I were to count like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So there's that and right before the one. And I would say that note is not really emphasized, like the emphasis is still on the one on that A. So that's kind of the one interesting thing about that riff. Now the next riff is the part where it's kind of the second half of the verse where the bass kind of ramps up a little bit and fills in the space in between the guitar. So the first part is matching the guitar, but then there's this. And the interesting thing that it's doing there is using syncopation. So it is, again, it's coming in on those ands. So it's a 3 and 4 and. And I can show how that sounds. So. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4. So it's sort of like that. Okay, so now the next riff is the kind of the third part of the verse, the like eating us part, and that sort of goes more into just like a chord progression. It's a little bit less riffy, but it still is doing kind of an interesting thing with the rhythm where it's sort of alternating between coming in on the one and coming in on that 4 and. So there's like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4. So that's kind of a common trick, is to just not do the chord changes right on the one every time. You come in on that half a beat early, and that makes it feel a little bit more aggressive and intense. The other thing I'd say about this riff, maybe more of a melodic thing, is that it's sort of, the purpose of this riff is sort of to like build tension before the chorus, and it does that by going out of the key a little bit. So like, if we're in F sharp minor, some of the notes in that bass line are, and the guitar part as well, are going out of the key. So like this first E, that's in the key, that's just the minor seventh. But this G, that's sort of not in the key of F sharp minor, because it's like the minor second, which is kind of a nasty note. And then the D, I guess it is technically in the key, but then there's the part where the guitar kind of goes up. It does the octave things like the. So this F that the guitar is playing, again, that's not in the key of F sharp. It's another kind of nasty note. And the bass there is actually not playing the same thing as the guitar. The bass goes down when the guitar goes up. So the guitar goes. The bass line goes. So you you have this like F sharp over, or sorry, yeah, this F over A sharp thing, and it kind of has that sound, which is fairly tense. So I'll play that part again. The other interesting thing here maybe is that when the guitar is kind of going out of key there, it goes up to this F, and now that's like leading into that F sharp, so you can get to that kind of stabbing part. So that's another kind of common trick is using that major seventh, like the note that comes right before the root note, by a half step. It sort of makes you want to go into that root note, and then that is where we get to the next part, the whoa part. It's sort of like releasing that tension that was built up in that second part of the verse, and this is sort of acts as like a transition. So we go from that like. The rhythm also kind of simplifies there. It goes back to just being like right on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we got the chorus, and the chorus kind of uses the same rhythm as the third part of the verse, the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and thing, and I can show that. So the bass line on the chorus is actually a lot simpler than what the guitar is doing, because the guitar is doing the whole like. Doing that whole thing, but the bass line is just like. So that's how the chorus works. Yeah, and I would say that the bass line is kind of just walking in between the notes, if you notice that. Like, if the chord progression is this, like, C sharp, E, B, A, it's like the bass line goes like, walking up here, and then walking up and jumping down. And then it goes up to that higher A there instead of the lower A, and that just makes it feel a little more open. Okay, now the only riff that's left is that outro riff. This one, I would say, it uses kind of like maybe the most syncopation out of any of the riffs in this song. And again, it's really just doing a pretty simple like minor pentatonic thing. It's doing pretty basic notes, but what makes it sound interesting and gives it that sense of groove is the syncopation and the fact that the notes are coming in on the ands instead of coming in on the 1, 2, or 3, 4. It starts out by having every note being 1.5 beats. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that makes it kind of space out in that way. And I'll try to count that. This is gonna be a little bit harder, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So you notice, like that whole sequence, every note in there is 1.5 beats. And then that's what makes it sort of not fall right on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gives it a little bit more of an interesting rhythmic sense. So hopefully that was helpful. That is the best way that I can explain it.